This is Karen again. This is the end of my 6th week. It's Friday. Getting more organized. I'm learning as I'm going. I got my notes and the summary of the week. So we shall begin. All right, in my carnivore journey and maybe lifestyle. Haven't gained anything. Still fighting, staying at 249 in pounds. I stalled, and I'm not surprised I stalled. This is the weight in the 150s. And 150 was for the last 5 years, is the weight I've been trying to stay at. My body stayed at. In other words, even when I went up, came back down. When I went up to 300 pounds during COVID, and then lost 50 pounds, I went back down to 250. So my body's stalling, and that's okay. And I'm not carb free yet, and we'll get into that. Let's see. I noticed last Tuesday while bowling, I was standing straight. I wasn't hunched over like this, trying to walk. And that's really an improvement for me. So swelling or inflammation in my back must be going down for me to be sitting straight up or standing straight up and not hunched over. My blackheads are gone, and all the little pores, no blackheads. Happy about that. But I had a major upheaval this week on my face. My chin hair breaking out. I mean, I had those sores that breakouts, acne that won't quite come to a head, but they were small. They weren't the big ones that I was getting before. And this morning, my face was so much smoother. I can feel looking nice. I think it's not even as red as this has been in the past 6 weeks since I started Carnivore. Skin's getting better on my back. No more dry patches are coming out. In fact, many of the little dry patches of skin that I do have seem to be lessening and peeling off a little at a time. The big brown scaly spots that I have on my back, they're going down in size. Sinuses, I was okay until this morning. I have a little bit of a sore throat this morning with some mucus in the back of my throat. My lymph nodes behind my back of my neck and ears are swollen. The left side, the previous video I said it was the right side, but this is the left side I have problems with, and I can feel that right there. So I'm still healing. I knew I would be. I don't know if the diverticulitis has anything to do with that. If you have an infection in the gut, the intestines, I'm not sure. So, and I got up from a nap and I still have that sore throat. But I went out last night and I might have caught something, so not sure. Sleep is still messed up. Trying to get my husband to go to bed at a decent hour. And if I lay down and he comes in, he wakes me up, I'm up for another few hours. And I hate that. So we're having a little back and forth about bedtime. my motivation, oh, by the way, and if I get to bed on time, I'm up at 5 or 6 in the morning, and I'm not a morning person. Go figure how that works out. My motivation is slowly coming back, and we'll get into that a little bit more. My stomach still grates on and off. I still take my probiotics. I got a prebiotic too. That helps. I still feel like grabbing a glass of milk, grabbing some yogurt to settle my stomach down, but I've resisted to do that. Bowel movements are way less and normal. So no complaints there. I still urinate a lot. So now I'm more, at least instead of little times throughout the day, a little bit, I'm getting better where I'm emptying all at one time. So Wednesday morning, I got very lightheaded and very tired after eating. Very lightheaded. And I did not think about getting my blood pressure out to measure my blood pressure. So Thursday I started using my blood pressure machine. And as normal, my blood pressure is all over the place. It's up and it's back down to almost normal, and my diastolic is down, goes from the 70s, dips down to the low 60s. Go figure. Oh, and the cardiologist says you don't have to worry about your diastolic. You can't tell me, when I did with some research, the last 15 years, many cardiologists have started looking at the diastolic. So, let's see, it was, I've had a hard time. I put up an emotional wall. And when I do that, I don't feel anything. It's kind of a defense mechanism that I learned from a child. So that's been a challenge. When I do that, it's hard to be empathetic. It's hard to feel much of anything. And being happy, being sad, whatever. It's not my neutral zone. My neutral zone is I just go about the day and don't worry about nothing. And night, walked around Six Flags. It's about an hour and a half drive from my house. We have memberships. And this is the first time where I went and it wasn't a chore to walk around. I rode more rides, as far as we ride the simple rides, my husband and I. That's anything a senior can go on, basically. Plus a little one, a little bit more challenging than that. Had energy, enjoyed the whole evening. I do not remember a time that I have gone and I have not been, it has not been a physical struggle or mental struggle. Really had a nice time. Did not hurt when I got home. Did not hurt in the morning. My back is sore still. I can say that, but it wasn't in pain. It was just sore. And no swelling. Now I thought I was having a problem with cheese, but I'm not swelling eating the cheese. There was an episode where I swelled a little bit earlier in the week, just a little bit. So I'm not quite sure what set that off. I'm still working on that. And I'm working on my stall. I did sleep last night really well. I'm happy that I'm not, even though I'm trying to break down past that 249 mark, I'm not I'm not going up 5 pounds and trying to fight 5 pounds back off, you know, every day and that. So I'm very happy about that. Here's some my average totals for this past 7 days. I've had 1,582 calories is my average. My average for carbs are 17. My average for fat is 114 grams. I'm probably not taking in enough fat. And my average for protein is 116. And they say my goal weight is 140, 150, so I should be right up higher on my protein. So that might be causing my stall, and we'll look into that. So I am going to close, and I'm going to discuss my FitnessPal graph and try to figure out why my FitnessPal graph, and when I crunch these numbers, I come up with the different percentages of what I take in. So I'm going to say good day, good night, and see you next week.